Ghanaians are warming up, ready to cast their vote to determine who will be the president of Ghana. And I strongly believe that when you wake up in the morning to go and cast your vote, which is the last vote before your destiny for the next 4 years will be determined, I want you to vote for honesty. I want you to vote listening to this clip I'm going to play. It was a BBC interview of His Excellency former President John Dramani Mahama. Please listen carefully.
Ghana is among the few African countries to pass draconian anti-LGBT legislation widely condemned by human rights groups. Will you sign it into law if it is brought before you?
It's not an anti-LGBT, it is a family values bill. It was approved unanimously by our parliament. You see, it's against our culture, African culture. It's against our religious faith, Muslim and all that. But I think that we must look at the bill, and the president must indicate what he finds wrong with that bill and send the bill back to Parliament. Or alternatively, he must send it to the Council of State and get the Council of State's advice.
Is that what you would have done?
That's what I would have done.
And will you ever sign an anti-LGBT bill?
It depends on what is in the bill.
You heard that clearly. The first question is, a draconian anti-LGBT bill is there to be signed. John Dramani Mahama, what is your position on this? And Mahama said the bill in question is not a draconian or anti-LGBT bill. It's actually family value bill. And that bill is to address issues relating to the Islamic value, the Christian value. Instead of saying the tribal value, he said the African value, which means President Mahama, in his defense, is defending the fact that he is going to be the custodian of Africa, and therefore he's seeking the mandate of being the president of Africa and the African value. But Mahama is not aware that this same bill has been signed in South Africa, that LGBT now people are free to live their life. But in Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, instead of speaking for Ghana and Ghanaians whose mandate is seeking for, he pretended he's speaking for the African. He used the word Africa, which is a bit ambiguous. But there's another challenge. They then ask him that, what will you do about this bill if it were you? He said he, as the head of the executive arm of government of Ghana, he will send the bill that is leading to contention between the parliament that has approved it according to him, where we know all the things they did there is about church and the business of religious bigotry led by Alban Bagby, the Speaker of Ghana Parliament. And the president looking at the bill carefully, reading what is in the bill, and deciding that, you know something, since some Ghanaians are raising concern, because the problem of the bill is not about criminalizing LGBT. The position of everyone is that the bill that will legalize same-sex marriage, totally different from same-sex behavior or relationship, totally different. If a man has plaited his hair, he's feminine. 95% of our footballers, especially the foreign one, they plait their hair. It's like a woman wearing a skirt. Men wear skirts these days. They have earrings. Are these people not falling into the bill that has been taken to the president to sign? So the president has concerns, and the bill went to the Court of Justice, and the case is in court. President John Dramani Mahama is saying that instead of him understanding that responsibility is his as the head of state. He should tell us what he will do. He said he will send it to the Council of State. So the president is not making decision. Mahama will not make decision. He will delegate the responsibility of the decision making to the Council of State. So when it goes wrong, he will hide himself. He didn't take a decision. The head of state, the president of Ghana. See, Akufo-Addo said there is something wrong with the bill. Then they asked President Mahama, when the bill is brought to you, that is the crunch, and that is where I want you to focus on. Mahama, will you sign the bill? Did you hear his answer? He said, it depends on what is in the bill. In other words, Mahama doesn't know what is in the bill. He said, if I know what is in the bill, then I'll sign it, or I'll not sign it. It means at the time, Mahama was all over the place, just insisting that Akufo-Addo should sign that bill. Mahama actually doesn't know what is in the bill. That's why he said, if he knows what is in the bill when they bring it to his office, that is when he's going to read it. So it is after he has won the election and read what is in the bill, then he will decide whether he's going to sign it or he's not going to sign it. Abba, former president of Ghana, leading contender in this election coming, have not read the LGBT bill taken to the president's office to sign. He has not read it. He doesn't know what is there. You don't know what is in the bill, and you are insisting the sitting president must sign it. That is his position. Sign it. Sign it. If you disagree with anything in it, take it back to Parliament and let them correct it, or take it to the council. So it means this man has not read the bill. A bill that idiots like us have read. Right? Everybody has read this bill. Everybody knows what is in it. And it is nothing but conversion therapy by force, intimidation, bullying, arrest, incarceration, torture. Yes, in prison, horror to people whose sexuality is not the normal form of sexuality. Mahama, and we know. They say Mahama, about 3 girls or 2 girls, Papano, they've come to say that he is. One said he has a child with him. The other one said this is his boyfriend. There are so many videos that has come about this man. He has a beautiful wife, Anti-Lgbt. Everybody loves this woman. Even the woman, when she walk about, everybody know her husband is sleeping. The former president of Ghana is sleeping with small girls in town. There's a saying, he who comes with equity must come with clean hands. Mahama's hand is filthy. Totally filthy. You see, I never wanted to have any reason to want to be direct. I want Ghanaians to make their decision on this election. But the dishonesty of John Dramani Mahama has reached here, that you can't even hide. You can't even pretend. How dare you? Please, this is a man that all his promises that he has made, he mean nothing. Everything he said, if you analyze them one after the other, is nothing but dishonesty. Very greedy and selfish. It's all about him. Brothers, let people like this be punished. Let a man like this use your vote to punish him. Tomorrow he will learn, or somebody else will learn, how to deal with Ghanaians with honesty. The man is not a honest man. The interview exposed him. In fact, there were about 6 questions he answered. All meet anyone head on and give a honest answer. Well, it's left to you. He is the man who paid members of Ghana Parliament. John Dramani Mahama paid with Ibrahim. They paid the members. They bribed them to vote, and they voted against the LGBT bill. It was finance. We know what they do in Ghana Parliament. We know how money goes there, how they bribe people to vote. They bought them and voted and intimidated those who don't want to vote. They did everything to make sure that everybody passed the bill. And today, they did that so that they'll put the president, Akufo-Addo, in a corner, so that they will get their own political way. But they say you can run, but you can never